So, welcome to Eden's Fate Developer Journal, episode 4. So, in this episode, we're going to talk about when I started designing Eden's Fate and what I thought the hardest part was going to be about creating a game of my own. Um, we thought it would be creating hundreds of cards. No, that wasn't the hardest part at all. Turns out, it wasn't even close. Actually, the hardest thing to figure out was playtesting. The easiest and smoothest way to do that, cheapest, not as, nothing time consuming. Um, just the most efficient way to playtest has been the biggest struggle, honestly. I've had a couple tools that I've used along the way. Uh, I've been tinkering around with a program called Tabletop Simulator. One thing I didn't expect was how valuable Tabletop Simulator would be. Instead of printing a bunch of cards every time I make a change, I can uh, literally test ideas digitally, and it tracks those changes, and that saves me time, money, and a lot of allows me to experiment a lot faster and make adjustments and play test in general. Uh, I've also been using some AI pretty much just like for like notes, like a development notebook. It's been helping me organize some thoughts and some ideas and keep track of some changes as, bounce around some ideas and concepts. And so I don't lose ideas, basically. It's just been a nice notebook, kind of keep track of some things. There's a lot of moving parts with developing your own card game. But it's fun. It's still fun. In development, there haven't been too many major changes, honestly, um, which I feel is a good thing, honestly, too. Um, I definitely need to get this into more hands, as many hands as I can, getting in front of many people, play testing, and figuring out where the kinks are. 'Cause I know they're still there. Just got to find them, because nothing's perfect. But at some point, I quit being the designer and I'm just another player. So it's very important. But it's also fun, and that's the best way to find the strengths and weaknesses of any game, really. Everyone approaches strategy differently. Some people play aggressively, some slowly build, some love big creatures, others rely on combinations. Some of us want to unleash the big spell to wipe the board. That's exactly why I need as many different people as I can to play test as possible. But that's also what makes these longer processes so much fun and definitely worth it. Not only am I getting to watch my game change and adapt and grow, uh, it's also just having fun while doing it. And that's the big thing too, having fun, getting to meet new people and build some relationships and friendships and play test, and also hearing and seeing other developers out there. Run into any that just kind of exchange some ideas, so to speak. Nothing change. Don't exchange major details about the design of your game, but just some ways to save some time, save some money, be more efficient, productive in your game and development. To me, I think that's one of the best things to do, honestly. But anyway, playtesting has been the biggest challenge of this project so far. Designing the card names and effects and abilities is actually, thankfully, come pretty easily for me. Um, and I'm attributing that to just like a bunch of experience over the years of different games and kind of seeing what worked and what I thought could be improved, what I think should be different, and something like that. Uh, Maybe a certain card in a game. I wish this card did this instead, or something like that. Either way, it's been really fun and interesting to see these cards as I create them and make these abilities and effects that they do, how the synergy that's within the strategies and the different varieties of strategy and how they can really work together, but also even exploit some weaknesses as well from your opponents. It's been fun to see those pop up along the way in the playtesting. For sure, I've put uh, a lot of time and thought into this game for sure. Um, and this journey has made me question myself a few times on like why I'm doing it and if it'll only ever reach players that I know, like family and friends, or if it'll ever even hit store shelves. Who knows? Um, the biggest thing right now, I definitely can't quit. Uh, Definitely not quitting right now. It's not an option. I've seen too much growth and how fun it is to really see this grow and change and adapt and let my imagination uh, speak its own language into the life of this game that I'm designing and creating really on my own uh, outside of playtesting. It's just really worth it to see this whole thing, and I'm not stopping now for sure. No way. A few things that keep me going in those times of doubt and some struggle. Um, Honestly, just seeing the prototype cards as I make those for playtesting, seeing them for the first time is just kind of cool, even though it's just a couple words on a blank card. It's still cool to see those. Playtesting as much as I can. That's always fun and learning. Uh, Seeing the Eden's Fate logo on the posts and the videos, and seeing you all see it. It's out there. It's online. It's out in the world. That's so cool. It's encouraging. It's pretty neat to see my creation, my thought right there. Hopefully, you'll enjoy that as well. And just recording these videos and sharing the journey. That's huge too. That's fun. That's encouraging. That's definitely builds some momentum week to week here, every day. Taking notes and making notes and thoughts and ideas and writing them down, recording them either way, and just being able to share that with you guys. Being able to feel this game become more real week by week. That's that's awesome. Awesome. And And so where, like I said, past couple videos, the where it's at right now is just play testing, play testing, play testing. That's the big thing, big focus. Um, but one thing I also am considering is making some other videos, putting some other videos together to kind of highlight, take a deeper dive into other parts of the game, um, like the turn sequence breakdown, keywords, uh, maybe even some lore because it's actually a pretty cool story on how this world of that I created of Eden and how it was born and where these characters came from and what the current state of the world of Eden actually is in as this core set takes off. Uh, that's really cool. And also kind of dive into all the card types, um, but just different parts of the game. Just kind of highlight these. What that's what these videos that I'm thinking about doing would do is just kind of take a deeper dive into those different parts of the game. Uh, yeah, and just trying to explain them and answer some questions, and and let me know, guys. Hey, comment, reach out, message me. However, let me know if that's something that you'd like to see. If there's any questions you have, I'm always open to questions, opinions, thoughts, anything, concerns, anything. There's always room for improvement. Um, Always have an open ear. Let me know. Definitely love to do these videos, to take a deeper dive into the different parts of the game. Sure. If you, anyone out there, if you're working on something of your own, whether it's a game, a book, a business, anything creative, you know, I hope these videos are kind of a reminder that, doubt and doubting yourself is just part of the process. Don't give up, don't quit. Um, it's just part of the process. And the goal isn't to avoid mistakes, it's try to learn from those mistakes and just keep moving forward. Just keep pushing. Just keep doing it. If you never know, you never know. And that would be the biggest regret for me if I quit on Eden's Fate up to this point, is if I just quit and gave up. Uh, I want to keep pushing, keep moving forward, and along the way, sharing it with you guys. I'm loving it. It's so much fun. And and as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for following along in the journey. Hope to see you next week on the next episode of Eden's Fate, the Development Journal. Thanks. Take care.